Welcome to the Big Suey, presented by DraftKings,
Why are you listening to this show?
the podcast that seems very similar to the other Dan Le Batard podcast.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to apologize for that.
In fact, the only difference seems to be this imaging.
I have been tempted in restaurants just walking past tables to grab somebody's fries that if they're just there. That hasn't happened to you guys?
I've done it.
And now, here's the marching man to nowhere, Fat Face, and the habitual liar.
This episode is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Now, we had a pretty good example of an umpire probably sticking to the letter of the law too much earlier this week when we played that video of the lightning strike that was very near a baseball diamond that resulted in a balk.
It's a balk. Rules are rules.
Very unfair. Let me give you a good example of how to interpret the rules here when there is a loud sound interrupting play. This comes from Wimbledon, and this might be the most Wimbledon stoppage in the history of Wimbledon stoppages.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you could avoid opening bottles of champagne when the players are about to serve.
Oh, come on. I love that.
It's warm.
It's the most Wimbledon warning you've ever heard.
Who was the player there who she says, why would you open it right now? Which is a great effing question.
That's is that the isolated sound of the pop? All right. Well, that's
Very distracting.
You see what happened there? We stopped play. We stopped play because it's a very loud, distracting sound.
Yeah. But it's not just Wimbledon, though, right? Obviously, Wimbledon is the most, whatever you want to call it, uppity of the tennis tournaments. But tennis as a sport is the most uppity of the sports. And the act that
Would you go
I can't
uppity or
stand,
hoity-toity?
Hoity-toity is fine. Billy Gilly, as I like to say sometimes. Hoity-toity. Because
I've never heard the term hoity-toity.
Or Billy Gilly.
no, Billy Gilly I use with willy-nilly
You've never heard
sometimes.
hoity-toity?
He doesn't know that.
Literally, this is the first time I've ever heard that selection of letters, words, syllables.
It's better than uppity.
I was acting all Billy
It's definitely better than uppity. Uppity is a whole
We'll
other
go
thing.
hoity-toity
But hoity-toity is also
the
just
most
a term.
hoity-toity thing in all of sports is when a server is getting the tennis balls from the ball boys or ball girls. Like, it's so obnoxious.
So
It's like,
condescending. They're
it
like,
is.
they're like, you better bounce this to me perfectly. If I have to extend my arm any direction other than right at my stomach, you're fired. That
But
is
not
the vibe
until
they give
I'm
off.
ready. Not until the second I'm ready.
Too soon,
And
they, like,
how
hit it
will
away.
I prove to you that I'm ready? I don't know. I might look at you. I might not. And then when you've got three of them, why do you need three? You got three tennis balls on your racket. You might just throw one without even looking at it. Throw it back. Why did I give that one to you, sir? Why? And then you're just like you got one in your pocket, you throw the other one back. It's just and sometimes like you don't even look at the ball boys or ball girls, like zero respect for the people that are doing it for you. I hate that about tennis players.
It does feel very disrespectful.
It does.
Every time I've ever watched tennis in my life, I think about that. Like,
There's a condescension to it. There's like,
Yeah,
maybe
man.
condescending is the wrong word. There's just like an arrogance to it.
Hoity-toity.
it's a hoity-toityness that is like, come on, man, lose the hoit.
And it's only a
Lose the hoit in
job
your toy.
you can screw up.
Too much toit.
You've seen the one
hoit in
video
your
of the
toy?
one kid that
Hoity-toity.
ran to his
I was
spot
just-
and
I
bam!
just told Lewis to try to find that viral video of a ball boy distracting the tennis player. Do you have the sound of this, Lewis?
I hate the way that they have to present the balls, too. Hold it.
Look, so watch right here. So you can't hear it, but the kid runs away. He's like, I don't want to make this kid mad. He falls, boom! And the guy looks back like, what the hell did you do that for?
What a save, though, by the kid, because he can't prove anything. Because by the time he turned around,
He was already
like,
back in regular position.
I would have looked over my shoulder like, what the hell was
That kid's about to hit his
Anyway.
head against the wall, and he's thinking,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, my career is over. Let
Yeah.
me just stand up real straight."
Clearly
It would be
concussed.
it would-
CTE.
It would be so easy to be likable, to like in that spot. If you're just the likable tennis player, like, hey man, thank you, give him a point. Like, why do you have to be like that?
Fist pound.
Alcaraz is super nice to the ball people. There was that great video of him celebrating with all the kids after winning the French Open at Roland Garros. There are some people that kind of stick out on how they treat folks. But yeah, the pomp and the circumstance, which is also like hoity and the toity.
Yeah.
What's another example of this in sports? Like where you always just feel a palpable like they could do that nicer. I can't even think of one because in others like the ball boys tossing out the footballs, like you never see like Patrick Mahomes like slap a ball out of the way. Like
I knocked the towel guy down in the playoffs. It's on YouTube. Like I knocked the old. I bump him on
You were
accident.
in the playoffs?
Once. Once. It was for a very short time, like 2 hours or so.
I could see that like during a timeout, if you don't want water and somebody's like doing the water thing,
Water
like,
guys.
Hey, get that. Like get.
I do have an a-hole. I do have an a-hole water story. All right, so
Hey, yo.
We all have one of those,
yeah.
I think.
So I'm
Call the
at
bidet.
practice, and a kid, a young like trainer, like the young medical trainers are the ones in charge of like squirting water, like whatever you need to drink.
Those are doctors.
Not doctors. They're like athletic trainers.
Okay.
All right. So at practice, we're in camp, and camp sucks, as you know, and we're all fighting for jobs, and this is miserable, and you're away from your family, and it's hot, and coaches are yelling at you.
Sounds like
and-
some excuses for bad behavior. Go on.
Yes, absolutely. But you know, we're all human.
Yeah, you've prefaced this enough.
There's this one, a new kid is at the Browns, and he's doing the water. So I come
You should
off
have been
the field.
shadowing someone else.
He should have been shadowing, absolutely. Because every time I try to get a drink, it's just water all over my face. You talk about the worst aim ever, right? So I'm like, okay, no more.
Like Bobrovsky?
So can you
That's a
give
good
us your
inside
look?
joke
Like
for
you're
Joseph.
sitting there with your mouth open, waiting for the water?
So after like a couple days, like it's like I asked for a drink, it's nose. I'm like, all right,
Just give it to me.
just give it to me, exactly, right? So then it develops into I'm not even asking for the water. He's just coming like this. So I turn and he just starts squirting. I'm like, okay. So then by like day
That's how he
5,
likes it. Trust me. This is how he likes it.
he's still there. He's actually like high ranking now because this is 10 years ago. But he tells the story. By day 5, I come off the field. He does it again. I grab the water bottle. I turn it. I squirt him all. This is a new kid all over his face. I'm like, now how does that feel? Aim the damn bottle. And then I go back in. He's like, I never missed anyone's mouth as a water boy ever again after that.
I can't believe you did that.
Dude, I'm like sniffing water, coughing it up out of my mouth.
Did you get some dap from the teammates? Like, thank you, someone finally taught him a lesson. Or were you the only person that had this issue on the team?
I don't know, man. Maybe he was like, he had better aim for the taller players or something. Maybe it was an angle issue.
This man is responsible for the mess in public toilets. Like
Yes.
gentlemen just like this who have zero aim whatsoever.
Come on, man.
Billy,
A lot cleaner bathrooms if everyone took that approach.
you were talking about how you went to the movie theater, and some would argue Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, was the cinematic event of the summer. Some people are arguing it might be Superman. We can get into that in a little bit. I would argue for a much younger generation, even though you're not going to a movie theater for it, Zombies 4, premiering on Disney Channel last night, was appointment viewing. Now, I'm just talking to the dads of children a certain age. I asked Roy before the show if Claire at all got into The Descendants or Zombies. This is a huge booming economy for Disney Channel. In a world full of booming economies for that company, they're going on tour, The Descendants and Zombies and everything like that. This is the 4th edition of the Zombies films. And Zombies, for those that don't know briefly, it's like High School Musical, only zombies.
Only zombies.
But then they had to make sequels. So then
So the
Zombies,
target audience is like what age?
5 years old, tweens, teens. But the cast, this is the 4th one. And naturally, with Disney movies, the original cast is like 30 years old.
Yeah.
Exceptional Zed's like 36.
Yeah, Exceptional Zed is paying off his student loans right now. But
Is he still exceptional? Is
No,
he in it? I haven't seen this one yet. I'm
Exceptional
with
Zed
you.
is in it, but it was mediocre. It was the worst of the franchise. And I don't know if you're being dragged to the Zombies show. Thankfully, there's a Canes game, so it's just going to be a girls thing in
That's
my home.
what I believe is happening. My wife and a few other moms are bringing a bunch of kids to the zombie concert.
And Descendants.
Descendants, see, that's one. Like my daughter was like Princess Red for Halloween, and I don't even know what that is.
Hawk, you've got kids. Descendants probably has to be a thing in your house because it's like all the great Disney villains, but they all had kids.
I have twin daughters. They're 10. They sat me down on a Saturday, and I had to watch all Descendants back to back to back. Mm-hmm. I fell asleep.
That sounds terrible.
They were pissed, and then I had to do it again because I fell asleep too early in the second version of the movie. So
My daughter Julia was asking me, Daddy, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to put laundry away. She's like, but you're missing Zombies 4. I'm like, honey, I'm going to end up watching this 45 more times.
Right, I'm gonna be able to recite this.
When the embargo is lifted and it's on Disney Plus tomorrow. But let's get to Superman a little bit because it's been subject of a lot of frustrating online discourse, and like everything, it's become politicized. First off, I think there's a large portion of the audience that just Superman's not that interesting because he's perfect. We know he's got the kryptonite. He's all powerful. He's the fastest. He flies. He's the strongest. He's got this one weakness. He's got lasers shooting out of his freaking eyes. I think people like their heroes being fallible or having more weaknesses. They like the Batmans of the world a little bit better, and the box office kind of bears this out. And Superman has failed time and time again after numerous reboots by Warner Brothers. It wasn't too long ago that Henry Cavill was Superman. Well, now we have a new Superman. James Gunn, who did the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, is reviving Superman for his whole new vision of the DCU. And I don't know if you've seen the discourse around it, but people are saying Superman is too woke because James Gunn came out and said this is an illegal alien that is coming to the... And I know where you think I'm going to go with this, which is blame the right for saying that this is too woke and doing the same long song and dance. Mm-hmm. I'm bored by that, and I just come to expect that. I don't even have a take for it anymore. I'm going to pivot and turn my attention to James Gunn and say, like, you're trying to do your own grift on what's going on in the country right now. That's a fine, Izzy. By saying this is an illegal alien, and everyone's like, man, I can't wait to watch this illegal alien ruin the billionaire's plans. You cannot, and James Gunn flatly said this is an illegal alien story. Miss me with that one. Illegal aliens right now aren't straight, white, all-powerful beings that only have one weakness. To invoke that is so lazy. No, Superman isn't something that an undocumented alien in this country is going to identify with, and shame on you for even drawing parallels to that. I don't think you can... When ICE is raiding on horseback your park, no one's like, man, Superman has it just like this. He's being targeted just like this.
I thought Superman was from Cleveland.
No, he's from Smallville.
Kansas, right? I thought it was Kansas.
Yeah. Smallville, Kansas.
There's a big mural dedicated to Superman in the Cleveland airport. Maybe the inventor? Maybe the guy who
wrote the comic
created Superman is from Cleveland.
I've been to Wamego, Kansas, and they claim a fictional character. They claim Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
They claim to be the hometown of Dorothy, and once a year they have a big Wizard of Oz festival where the surviving Munchkins come and get treated like royalty.
And you've been there?
Yeah, because my daughter was super into The Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
When I was a Browns fan, I went to Kansas City for when the Browns opened up Week 1 at Arrowhead. Had an amazing experience. The Kansas City Chiefs fans are spectacular. Billy, as you know from your time at Arrowhead, those fans are special, real special fans, and it's a really special game day environment. But I made the drive from Kansas City to Wamego, Kansas, which was about 2.5 hours to get to this middle of nowhere place to go to this Wizard of Oz museum. They have a yellow brick road and everything like that.
That's pretty cool, actually.
It is, but
Superman is from there as well.
But your claim to fame is a fictional character?
The video that was accidentally playing on my phone was of Andrew Wiggins, who went to the University of Kansas. There you go.
There's the full circle moment.
Hawk is right. Jerry Siegel created Superman. He is from Cleveland.
Wow.
There you go.
I mean, you would know the Rust Belt. You should.
That's what my hometown is called Johnstown, Pennsylvania. You know who created Spider-Man, where he was from?
Cleveland.
Johnstown, Pennsylvania. So we have a mural of Spider-Man as well.
That was 2 for 1 there.
There we go. So,
are you in on Superman at all? He's supposed to be top of the heap of a superhero, but I think something happened generationally where people kind of aspired to that perfection when Superman had his moment and became top of the heap, right? But it became less and less interesting to have basically this dude. One famous weakness, but...
I just think people don't like journalists, and they do like billionaires, which is why they like Batman over Superman.
And Iron Man.
I never really thought about it that way.
You know, guys, it feels pretty good when you accomplish something you've dreamt of for a long time. I've been feeling really, really lucky to not just make it to 30, but to be doing all of the things I ever wanted to do, including working here on the Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz. And when you think about it, the origins of this show were once just a dream for them. That dream turned into the show and business that you're listening to today. And starting your own business is a dream that lots of us share, but too many of us just let it remain a dream. Don't hold yourself back thinking, what if I don't have the skills? Or what if I can't do it alone? Those what ifs turn into why nots with Shopify by your side. Shopify powers millions of businesses worldwide, including 10% of all U.S. e-commerce. Whether you're Mattel or you're just getting started, Shopify's got your back. Not a web designer? Not a problem. Shopify has beautiful, ready-to-go templates. Need help with the details? Their AI tools can enhance product images, write descriptions, and even generate discount codes. Worried about finding customers? Shopify makes marketing easy with email and social media tools. And if I ever get stuck, Shopify's award-winning 24/7 support is always there. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/Batard. Go to shopify.com/Batard. Shopify.com/Batard.
Hey everybody, it's Mike. Down here in South Florida, as the audience well knows, we've been celebrating a proper championship, and we've been enjoying every minute of it. And by my side throughout that entire championship celebration has been Miller Lite. Yeah, I wanted to make my championship time a Miller time because much like most of the fun memories I've had as an adult, Miller Lite has been right there by my side, supplementing every experience. And now that I'm about to travel during the summer, you can rest assured I'm going to be having plenty of Miller Lite along the way, because that's what summer is all about. And since 1975, Miller Lite has been right there in all those memories for you listening right now. It's the 50th anniversary of Miller Lite. That's 50 years of great taste, great friends, great moments. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Cheers to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
All right, everybody, this is a wild one. For the first time ever, we've got a full-blown all-women's boxing mega event going down in New York City. 2 title fights, same night. And if you're like me and live for the action, DraftKings Sportsbook is where it's at. Never bet with DraftKings before? It's super simple. Just pick who you think is going to win, and that's it. Here's the kicker. New customers can bet just $5 and instantly get $150 in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and use promo code Dan. That's promo code Dan for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Don Le Batard.
Sugar daddies. These things, I'm telling you.
I love sugar daddy.
They get stuck in your teeth. Like, you can't chew them. They're like impossible to chew. They are impossible to chew.
Every day. Stugotz.
Hell yeah, brother.
This is the Don Le Batard show with the Stugotz.
But, I mean, there's a reason why they've tried to revive the series time and time again. Cinematically, it just doesn't connect with audience. The audience doesn't have the connection points to Superman because how can they? He's infallible. He's perfect. He's even got the moral high ground. Maybe James Gunn tries to do something different with it. I'll wait for the word of mouth because I've kind of seen polarizing reviews. And I think maybe the reason for that is how politicized this movie has become lately. Which, I mean, you want to talk about it like an innocuous superhero to politicize.
I was going to say, it seems like it has the most room for maneuverability. Like, you could create as many storylines around him because he is so quote-unquote perfect. You can create, fallacies. You can create bad things about him as he's going through the human experience on that side. But having not really gone through a whole bunch of the DCU movies, I don't really know how they treat him.
Well, I mean, you could start over again because they're restarting this thing for like the third time in our lifetimes. But An Immigrant Tale is where you miss me. As some underdog story. Given everything that's going on right now, it's actually lazy and a little irresponsible of James Gunn to invoke.
Could you say that one of his weaknesses is other people because of misinformation about spreading rumors against Superman?
I'm curious to see if that's where James Gunn takes it. I think there's more interesting stuff there. And I get what James Gunn is often on the right side of stuff. James Gunn is an ally, and he tries to project that he's on the right side of things.
Side.
Yeah, but not the right side of the political spectrum. And I think in an effort to try to be that, he missed the mark and didn't realize how patronizing a remark like that would be given the current climate.
Why is Billy the person who knows most about Kansas City people?
No, I said he would know because he did God Bless Football last year. He's been out.
Yeah, he went out there.
Because the kickoffs
Kansas City,
feature the reigning champion.
Yeah,
it's going to be in Philadelphia this year, but Kansas City usually, a lot of the seasons have been kicking off in Kansas City because they've been reigning champions. But it's a special. I love Kansas City and the fandom around it. I think it's, if you're a football fan and you want to do a tour of American football cultures, Kansas City is damn good.
They're really nice. They were very welcoming.
Yeah.
If I was Superman, I'd be an athlete. I wouldn't waste my time kind of saving people. Right?
But you would have to really downplay.
Yeah, I mean, I'd tone it down a little bit, but like come contract year, like I would ball out.
Yeah, you would try to play every
sport. UFC fighter, like take it down.
Nah, I don't want to get hit in the face.
Yeah. But if you're an NBA player, maybe mix in like a 3 for 16 from the field one day.
Really. Who cares?
But you got to pretend like it hurts.
But he can jump buildings in a single bounce, right? So like the hops that he has.
I think it's a single bound.
Bound, whatever.
It should be bounced. Though,
it should
right?
be.
He is
I don't.
bouncing.
He's bouncing before he's flying.
What is a bound?
Dude, I only knew
like an ebb.
I only knew bounds as a jump because of Superman.
Or track.
I like that. I like that change up though. He becomes an athlete who then hates journalists.
Dude, he could be a double athlete, right? And then just fly from game to game. And then like, how are you getting back and forth so fast? Like, private.
Maybe that's what Dion really is.
Yeah, maybe he's Superman.
Yeah.
And that's why he has losing records, because he's like, I can't let people know.
I gotta keep it, Yeah, no, that makes sense.
This year's got to turn it on, though, right?
For sure.
Yeah, Colorado got to turn it. Now we got to be Superman this year.
Yeah, I mean, athletes do have the closest thing to superpowers. In some
Speak
ways,
for
right?
yourself.
Huh? I mean, I don't really have a superpower. Mine would be foot quickness.
Speed.
Yeah. It would be like my ability for my feet to move really fast.
You like the Flash.
I don't know how that translates into saving anyone's life.
Yeah.
I've seen people on the internet that can float. So I think dancers have superpowers.
I think that teachers have
actually touching them.
superpowers.
Yes, that is.
I think teachers have the superpowers,
Yes.
really.
Yes, the firemen.
And the firefighters. and
I agree,
doctors,
Billy.
yeah.
Police officer.
Who would you nominate? And this is such a no. I was going to say who's this Superman in world athletics, but I don't want to do that. Forget I even said.
I think
Ronnie
you want
James.
to.
Wacky-
Yeah.
it's
Who do you
wacky
want?
radio.
No, I
Yeah.
don't want to. Last night I was locked in on Zombies 4 a little bit until I decided to do something else. But when I put my daughter to bed, I caught up on the It's Always Sunny premiere, 17 seasons strong, great premiere. And I was also watching the World Series of Poker because one of my friends made it to the top 317, Albert Destrade, formerly of Survivor, Orestes Destrade. He did. It's famously the buy-in for the World Series of Poker is $10,000 and it's been frozen there since the 1970s. So anybody can play.
Right.
And with $10,000.
With $10,000, yeah.
Yes.
Or sponsorship.
Yeah.
So he made the top 317.
Yeah. So
out of 9,700.
Yeah.
That's pretty specific.
That is.
I think it's a percentage that cashes, so that's why it has.
Yeah,
to be a
there's
weird
tiers.
number.
Okay.
So
if you think about it, every number is a very
the
specific
prize
number.
pool that he ended up clearing on a $10,000 investment, he got $40,000 in prize money. Not bad for a couple of weeks out in Las Vegas. Good work over there, but. Chris, who knows my friend Albert a little bit, was also following along in his progress. And I didn't know this about Chris, but Chris considers himself a poker shark and he wants to play in this.
Oh, hang on. This is how I got introduced to Chris Cody. His dad, Greg. You guys know Greg?
Yeah, you met him.
That's how I got introduced to him, too.
His dad works hard.
His dad,
vaguely,
as a way of introduction, told me about Chris, not face-to-face, but told me about Chris. Oh, my son Chris plays poker. I think he's going to go pro. That's how I thought
adorable.
Chris Cody was going to be a professional poker player.
I still to this day, like during the summer around World Series time, I play poker. I play online a little bit. I play tournaments at the Hard Rock every once in a while, and I've come in third place at the Jeff Conine.
Is that winning?
I got like $8,000 and like a big guitar that I still have, like doing nothing with.
That's winning.
Like the Hard Rock guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, no, third place. I didn't win, but I
mean, you won something.
No, I made a lot of money. That's
this is you campaigning to be on the celebrity poker circuit, too.
No,
you haven't really made that circuit outside of the Conine one.
No, I fancy myself someone who can play cards. I mean, I have a job, so like it's something where if this all went away, I might try to do something like that, but I don't really have
everything
time.
we've ever won from a poker tournament, put it together, start a poker tournament, and give them away as prizes again.
I probably have like $30,000 in career poker winnings. Like
Whoa.
I've won like $8,000 at that one. I've won a couple other I've like won tournaments before where I'm like chopping with one other person.
So you've thought about that before, because 30,000 is just a number to pull out of the air.
I'm just pulling out a number of like the total, but I've also played a lot of tournaments. I'm not saying I'm like this huge profitable person. Like,
He's
I've
down
played a lot of
100,000.
tournaments.
So you're going to try to do the WSOP?
I would I mean, obviously 10,000. I don't just have 10,000. Like if I did something like that.
Sounds like you have 30,000 lying around.
No, I mean, that's just Stake is a website you can go on.
How much for that guitar?
What I would do, since I have what would I would probably go on Stake where people can like good players do this of like I'm selling 30% of my action and people will go on this website and like, oh, I'll want to. Now I have 5% of Phil
I'm
Hellmuth.
in for 25%.
That's what I mean. I think I could get people that would be down
to recoup my investment a little bit.
Mike, you're a gambler. You'd throw in 500.
I would support you. I'd sponsor you with a promise that I can maybe recoup.
Well, that's
I'm an
what you
action
would get.
junkie. I'd watch you. I'd rather watch you play poker than play.
I got 500.
Let me
That's
see your
what I
poker
mean.
face.
I'm already like at 25% in 1,000. Like I already have $3,500 and I haven't even started trying to gather.
Yeah, that was good.
But if you gave away 25% for $500, you've already given. You have two people that have done 5. You've given away 50%.
He said 25%.
I'm saying Izzy would be $2,500.
We said 500 apiece, whatever that percentage.
That would be 5%. Wait. Okay.
This is my favorite game.
What side of the bench are they skating to?
You haven't played poker. Now I'm questioning whether or not.
Whatever percentage 500 is of 10,000, that's the percentage you would get of my winnings. That's how it works. Like whatever you put in, the percentage of the buy-in, that's what you would get back if I won.
You actually nailed that, though.
Yeah, I'm going to get an ROI on this. Why don't you do it next summer?
I've been saying to myself for like 4 years, next summer I'm going. Because what happens is this time of year, I'm so into poker. And then when the summer ends, I kind of fall out of it. So then that's the time you need to be putting in the work to go.
Don't do it next summer. World Cup.
I am with flag football.
Okay.
World Cup next summer.
Olympics.
Yeah.
You're going to want.
And I'd have to be gone for, if I played well, like a couple weeks.
Wait a second.
So it's.
Do you think there's going to be enough to talk about with the World Cup that we can't discuss him going to the poker tournament?
Yeah, the eyes of the world are on the U.S. next summer. I do think the World Cup is going to kind of hijack the conversation a little bit next summer. Although I thought the Club World Cup, which is supposed to be a warm-up for, hey, Fritzy won a set there.
That's all I asked, is to extend this match so that when I get home, the Sinner-Djokovic match is still going on.
All right. I thought the Club World Cup would be more of a talking point because it's in the United States, because it features some of the biggest clubs in the world, and this show has totally ignored it. I've wanted to talk about it the entire time, and here we are. The final is in New York, and it's Chelsea versus PSG, two glamour clubs, and no one's really been interested in this. And it's not just engagement on sports content. It's also in ticket sales. They've been terrible. I told you before, I used to work with Chelsea, so I'm plugged into all the supporters clubs. Every supporters club in the nation that is major got offered free tickets by FIFA to go to the semifinal. And the secondary market, depending on who's playing in it, the Real Madrid ones down here and the Brazilian clubs, Miami's been a really good market for the Club World Cup. But nationally, there have been some really pitiful crowds.
Miami was great because the Brazilian crowd was great. You could predict that one. I don't know if the New York, the MetLife crowds were ever going to feel like a real World Cup crowd.
And they do the thing where they put it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon because they want to make sure that Europe can tune in.
Which is the biggest problem here, is you're talking about clubs. It's even like it's so easy if you're not a soccer fan to just latch on to your country and just, hey, of course, USA, whatever. Or even if you're, an anti-USA guy, then with these clubs, it's so specific. Like I was a Chelsea fan a few years ago, and then I lost interest in Christian Pulisic, and then he left anyway. And then I'm just like, man, there's nobody left on that team except for Cucurella.
They've rebuilt. They would actually be like this. Chelsea's one of the strangest.
But my point being is that
in the history of sports,
even I am not locked in to Chelsea right now. So you would have to be a real fan of these clubs or one of these clubs to really follow it, go out there and make a whole event of it. I don't know if it makes that much sense to debut this here.
Oh, there's so many new PSG fans too, and so many people became PSG fans in the last. Well, PSG had a different business model before. They had Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi on the same team all at the same time. For over a decade, they were just trying to get the biggest stars on the planet to come play in a league that wasn't very competitive in France, and they would never have the success in Europe. And then what's funny is they get rid of Neymar, they get rid of Messi leaves, and Mbappe finally goes to Real Madrid. And not only do they win the Champions League finally, they get that monkey off of their back, they trounce teams. They destroy teams. Everyone wanted to make fun of Inter Miami for losing 4-0 to PSG in the Club World Cup. Inter Milan lost 5-0. Did you see what they did to Real Madrid in the semifinal? Another 4-0 trouncing. In fact, Inter Miami had more possession because PSG really took their foot off the gas. But Inter Miami had more possession against PSG than Real Madrid did. This run that PSG is on is incredible.
And their best player is?
Dembele. I would argue Hakimi, but these aren't household names. At least not yet. But if they keep winning like this, they might be. Chelsea, really tore themselves down in the ownership change after Abramovich was forced to sell the team, rightfully so. The American owners had a strange business model. They bought a bunch of players. They hired a bunch of different managers. It's finally worked, and it's shown you if you have unlimited resources, you can turn it around. And they get a damn near $90 million in prize money. So they've dug themselves out of the hole, and they could improbably, after being out of Europe, find themselves here in the span of 4 years, go from European champions to world champions. So I'm going to be locked in on that on Sunday.
It doesn't exactly set up the World Cup very well.
No, it doesn't. And these games have been, I don't know if you've noticed, it's hot outside. It's crazy hot. You have all these cooling breaks. All these clubs have been complaining about it. You have teams, it's a little soft because it was 87 degrees in Cincinnati when Dortmund did this, but the head coach came out and said, we're going to have our subs not even be on the bench. They're going to watch from the locker room, which is one of the softest things I've ever seen in the history.
I understand that stuff, though, so much more, man. Like the Stephon Diggs, it's the hottest I've ever been stuff. Like, I just played in a football tournament in Chicago, and day one was 3 games over the course. We think we started at 10:30, and then the last one was at 4 something. So 3 games, and it was 90 plus in Chicago and 0 cloud cover. By the end of the 3rd game, we had one teammate who looks like he's in better shape than me, vomiting everywhere and had to have IV and couldn't even play the second
Steroids.
day.
Go ahead.
The second,
So he looks like he's in better shape, but clearly not.
Well, I mean, let's just say he looks like he should be in more cardiovascular shape than me.
Yeah.
And the second day,
I only run when I'm being chased.
I cramp up like crazy. And the second day,
You should drink more water.
thank you. I felt
Pickle
like
juice.
every step I took, I was getting punched in the stomach.
Yeah,
and like
that'll do it.
I told Hawk the story earlier about me dropping a pick 6, like a short pick 6. And I remember as I was approaching it being like, ouch, my stomach hurts. And I was just like, I have a million reasons excuses as to why I dropped it. None of them
course.
good.
DBs
But it's
can't
like,
catch.
I'm telling you, bro, I was a linebacker or whatever. The heat does
Even
something
worse.
to you. And it's not just that day. Like the next day it lingers. Man, I get those Buffalo Bills now playing in that heat.
No, it's valid. When we would play in Miami, and I always wanted to play in Florida because this is like the mecca of special or like receiver, cornerback. It was like I'm not good unless I can play in Florida. So like from high school, when I got out of college, while I was in the NFL, I was always trying to get down here. And we would play the Dolphins, and I had to bring 3 uniforms because I would sweat through them. Like it was like
That was just through the prep, knowing that Kevin Hogan was your quarterback.
just knowing like, bro, I was just sweating the fact that we were gonna get our ass kicked as bad as we were. But no, it was.
You almost won that
extremely hot.
game.
I got used to the heat since being down here in the last 3 years, and it's crazy because up north, to your point about Cincinnati, whenever you're playing youth sports or any kind of thing, it's like, hey, you gotta hydrate. You know, make sure they get hydration breaks, get water. It's too hot, we can't practice, and my son got down here and played tackle football for the first time. It's been 3 years. They have yet to take a break because it's hot.
Yeah.
They don't. It hasn't. I swear, it
Young
hasn't
people,
even
man.
been mentioned. Not a single time. His first game, I had to go sit in the car because I was so hot, sitting on the side. I'm like, these kids are playing in this. It boggles my mind.
I've never noticed the difference between sitting in the sun and sitting in the shade than I did at this last tournament. It's like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Oh my God, life. It's
nice
such
out.
a huge
You
difference.
just discovered shade.
It's wild. It's wild.
We need an executive order for more shade.
We would do 2-a-days in high school football, and it was like, you can't get water.
No.
Not like, we got to break for water. You guys are not getting water.
Can't. No,
Yeah,
water was a sign of weakness.
Thank you.
And in Florida, you're literally playing with death.
Yes.
But everyone's used to
But
it.
we all lived.
You all lived. It's crazy. I don't
Some
get
did.
how
It's tougher
people
to-
live down
some
here.
did.
I've been hospitalized for cramps, but I lived.
Hey, you lived.
I lived.
You know?
Rated T for Teen. Each year, thousands of adults lose their shred. It's an epidemic simply known as shred loss. But it doesn't have to be this way. Because rekindling your shred is as easy as playing the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. With new parks, cross-platform multiplayer, and sick new game modes, we can put an end to shred loss everywhere. Get the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 and show the world that the shred's not dead. Pre-order Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 and play the Foundry demo.
Dan Le Batard.
No one else here is willing to do a Trump or a Biden.
That's not true, Dan.
Okay, Tony, you can catch
Man
up.
of 1,000 impersonations.
That's not bad, man.
Finally.
Terrible. Pretty good.
Stugotz.
Yours is terrible. You just got to get a little redder, a little pinker. You're right there, man.
Yours is not. You're biting.
What do you mean?
Oh, his is good.
That's
Dan.
actually not
His
bad.
Is good.
Not terrible.
That's not terrible.
We gotta come together.
A little southern
Little
twang
Bush.
there.
A little George Bush in that one.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
We were listening to the new Clips album, first Clips album in 16 years, dropped this morning.
So their second album.
Cocaine seems to be a prevalent theme, not surprisingly enough.
20 years
but
running.
I've been informed to celebrate the occasion of Merry Clipsmas, Tony has a top 5. What's your top 5?
I've got a top 5 list of artists that would make you want to quit your job and start selling coke.
Okay.
Mike Ryan has a number one suggestion on that list that we saw earlier in Wimbledon, but he's not a rap artist.
No, it's not. But how is it every time a camera cuts to Leonardo DiCaprio, he's doing that thing with his nose and his mustache?
yeah.
He's doing the exact same thing. He's got the sunglasses on. He just delivers on the narrative around him every time.
Not great.
Never disappoints Leo DiCaprio.
All right, we've got one OLI and a top 5. You guys ready?
Yes.
Give me the list one more time. It's top 5 rappers that
will make you want to quit your job and start selling coke.
Because it sounds so because they make selling coke sound so awesome.
glorious
cool.
and so great and so et cetera,
Which
et
it's
cetera.
not.
specifically coke. Okay.
All right, in the OLI, this one may not be for some of the older guys, but if you know, you know. Stugotz cooks.
No idea who that is. You could have said Stugotz, and I get to say.
Go look him up. Stugotz cooks. You'll like it.
Cooks.
Yeah, Stugotz cooks.
Your list is off to a bad start.
No, trust me. When you listen, you'll understand.
Okay.
All right, number 5, Miami's own Rick Ross. Again, the perception.
I was gonna say
the perception.
Yes. Okay.
A lot of it is wrestling.
It makes me want to be a parole officer.
Yes.
Wait, he's a wrestler?
Yes.
Different song. Number 4, Raekwon the Chef.
Yes. A lot of cooking going on with these coke.
Who is Raekwon the
enthusiasts.
chef?
What?
Just kidding.
Okay.
Just kidding.
You sound like Dan at the Super Bowl at Circa a couple of years ago.
Raekwon?
Who is Raekwon the chef? That's
I don't
where
like
it
this
evolved
list,
into.
The top 2 will determine if I like this list or not.
Number 3, this is 3 guys, but
Wait a
part
minute.
of a group. What happened?
You already gave us 3. How is this number 3?
OLI.
No, this is number 3.
OLI.
Stugotz cooks is
Outside looking
OLI.
in.
Keep up, Hawk.
Come on,
Definitely.
number 3.
Top 5 there.
Number 3, Griselda. Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, West Side Gun. All 3 talk about,
This is a very new list.
That's not. I gave
Is this
Raekwon
like
the
your
chef.
Is this like your 2 weeks notice? Are you telling us that you're making a career change here?
Number 2,
He's got 30,000.
The Snowman, Young Jeezy.
That's number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2. That's
Number 1, Merry Clipsmas. It's the Clips.
Yeah. Well, specifically Pusha.
Pusha, yes.
Pusha.
Obviously, Malice.
No
went-
stitches.
Stitches. I saw him on IG the other day.
clean
He's
now.
coming up with an album again.
Yeah, he says he's clean.
I was like, huh.
90, 95.
Why
You
are
don't
we
like
talking
that
about
he's
Stitches?
clean?
What is
Is he
that
from
album
Miami?
going to sound like?
Yeah.
No, Billy's right. You can't be clean and come up with a new album. It's going to be so boring.
Billy, did you see what's happening with the Fast and Furious franchise? I guess
What's
movies are
happening
your.
now?
Well, Vin Diesel came out in Los Angeles and announced to the crowd that Paul Walker was returning to the franchise.
I did see that. That's big.
And for the final installment of Fast and the Furious, they're going back to the streets.
Wow.
No more of this outer space stuff. We're going back to the heart of what made this franchise great. Street racing. Back to the streets of L.A.
Like Katy Perry.
I mean, but the last one, spoiler alert, ended with like a big cliffhanger where like a dam was about to burst. So
Well, once they fix that dam,
I don't know how we're going to get back to the streets from there.
Wait, the
but
dam was in space or down
no,
here?
the dam was abroad.
I'm glad that they decided to dial it down because some of the other stuff that they were workshopping was they were legitimately considering a crossover of the Jurassic Park and Fast and Furious franchise. I would have been down for that.
I would have watched.
There was a 21 Jump Street Men in Black
definitely.
thing that seemed really interesting. That was going to be a crossover where the guys from 21 Jump Street were going to join
Richard
Men in
Grieco?
Black. No, not the original guys.
Channing
Talking
Tatum.
Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. My name's Jeff. They would become Men in Black agents. And I actually think that they should
that'd be great.
greenlit that one. That one would have been great. Vin never looked more Italian. He's Italian. He's Italian. Tony, not just your top 5, which left everybody confused. I got to look up Stugotz Cooks.
Stugotz Cooks is
Don't
fire.
know Stugotz Cooks.
But earlier in the show, we also mentioned hoity-toity, which is a very white person saying.
Yeah.
And you came armed prior to us saying hoity-toity with 10 white people sayings.
Yeah, because Hawk and we were talking like a couple months ago where you said some sort of white phrase that white people kind of coined. You said they slap when they said X, Y, and Z.
I think it was why I oughta.
Why I oughta, okay. So it was like, man, white people snap
like,
when they
whoop!
said X.
They was spitting when they came up with
exactly.
that one, boy.
So
bars.
What I did is I came up with a top 10 of white people sayings.
Not 5 OLIs
No.
and a top 5.
No.
You better not, there better not be a Stove Got Cooks in this list.
There's
Also,
no Stugotz cooks for us.
Jay-Z should have been on your top 5.
He should have, but I as I was thinking about
How many
it,
Coke dealers became billionaires?
Sure. No,
He's
you're right.
literally maybe the number 1 Coke rapper of all time.
Does it count if it's crack? Though?
Second.
Of course.
Well, there's also
that's
Joey
why
Crack.
that's why Stove Got Cooks.
You know what?
Now you got it.
You sound like the government that
Yeah, I didn't like that.
that tore
an eye
down
on
our
that.
communities,
Yeah,
man.
keep an eye on
It's
that.
the same thing, Izzy. Go ahead.
Number 10.
You got 2 minutes for this.
Number 10. No shit, Sherlock.
That being number 10
9
is
better.
wild.
We got good ones.
I'm buckling up.
All right.
I got chills with
This
that
is
one,
all
bro.
right. They're
Number
multiplying.
9. You're on thin ice, buddy.
Yeah!
Oh, wow.
Damn good one.
Number 8. Cat got your tongue.
I like that
Older,
lower.
but definitely white.
Number 7. You're barking up the wrong tree, pal.
Yes. A lot of white confrontation so far in this list.
Number 6. Get a load of this guy.
Whoa.
I like that. What
see the
inspired this
anger.
list? The golf fight?
Yeah.
Number 5.
Right.
Why are
This
you
is
guy
literally-
showing me?
Number 5. Take
He's
a hike.
ginger.
Yes.
Number 4. Hold your horses.
Hold your horses is on my
Being
list.
held.
Number 3. For Pete's sake.
Pete's sake is a good one.
Yeah,
Number
let's find
2.
that
It's
out.
not my first rodeo. And number 1.
For the sake of Pete.
Oh yeah, you in what army?
Also translated to black people is you got me f***ed up.
Yeah.
A lot of those actually
yeah.
you could kind
A
of
lot
put
of
that in.
translations
Yeah.
for sure. Those are good, but I think 70% of them are like right before you fight. Right before a white guy fights.
Why oughta?
It's all confrontation.
Who is this Pete? Why is it?
I got it. I looked it up. Apparently, Pete is it's a replacement for God's sake or Christ's sake, and it's believed to be a substitute for God or Christ to avoid using the name in vain.
Tony,
Peter Christ.
this is a very thing. I was very much confused by this growing up. This statement in Spanish, "Que bárbara,"
Yeah.
which translates to "what, Barbara?" And
Or
I'm like,
Barbaro.
or
Que bárbaro.
Who is this Barbara,
Trying,
and
Jennifer.
why are we always asking her to settle our shit like that? I had no
Yeah.
idea what that
Yeah,
was about.
yeah.
Que bárbara. Somebody help me out with that.
Can I throw in some honorable mentions?
Yeah, of course.
Cruising for a bruising.
Ooh, that's a good OLI.
Good one.
Let me sneak right past you. That's a,
Yeah, that's a good.
Oh wow!
That's really good. That's right up there.
last one.
Squeeze me.
I've had it up to here.
Yes.
Wow, yeah.
Liz.
Good one.
Let me squeak past you.
Hey everybody, it's Mike. Down here in South Florida, as the audience well knows, we've been celebrating a proper championship, and we've been enjoying every minute of it. And by my side throughout that entire championship celebration has been Miller Lite. Yeah, I wanted to make my championship time a Miller time because much like most of the fun memories I've had as an adult, Miller Lite has been right there by my side, supplementing every experience. And now that I'm about to travel during the summer, you can rest assured I'm going to be having plenty of Miller Lite along the way, because that's what summer's all about. And since 1975, Miller Lite has been right there in all those memories for you listening right now. It's the 50th anniversary of Miller Lite. That's 50 years of great taste, great friends, great moments. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Cheers to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.